Yes. And we are the Open Sesame team. We provide no video. There we go. So we provide secure real estate access. So the problem in real estate right now, and this is an industry I've been in because when I was in college, I started a company called Call-A-Key. And what we did is that we let in independent consumers into vacant properties via call center. So you would go up to the door, call a number, you get verified over the phone, you get access. So we gained a lot of momentum in the Southeast and things like that, but I wasn't okay with that. So I wanted a way to go into all industries, more automatic, another way. So we developed Open Sesame, and it fixes the fundamental problem that's this. You're using apps, you're searching online, you're using Zillow, Trulia, Google, any way to view properties. Then you still drive by a home to go look at it, but you still can't get in. You still have to call a realtor, but you want to do this on your own time, at that spot, at that moment. So we developed Open Sesame, which is an on-demand, kind of point of presence solution, and it fixes industries like Airbnb. So Airbnb is getting sued for millions of dollars because they give physical keys to people that verified online, and then they take the keys and they gave them to the cartels that store drugs in there. So they're getting sued for millions for that. So what we propose is Open Sesame again, which is on demand at that physical location in that geo-presence, verification API that queries your information, and it's a one-time use code to get access and in a patented process.
So what the developers did on the team was create a cross-platform mobile application that works on Windows Phone, iPhone, whatever you have, it'll work on whatever through PhoneGap. And basically if I reload this, it'll be like loading it up on its app. So the app opens, you put in the property ID, which is on the lock, you put in your name and your permanent address. And by doing this, we get back information just like if you're trying to get a cell phone. The same thing, the same authentication that banks use, cell phone companies use. You have the same industrial grade testing. So you get that stuff right within a certain amount of time. It hits back on our system, and you get a temporary access code, 3125, which we just got out of our system. You get into the house. We know who you are. You know, you're covered. So that's that. Any system, in about 1 minute, that code expires, and nobody else can get it.
Relock in here in a second. There it goes.
And he can't do that from home or anywhere else. He has to be there within a perimeter to do that. One-time use, and nobody else can do this process. The process is patented. You can't do an app like that and do hooking these locks like that.
So my core customers are vacant homes only. So, or vacant properties. So vacation rentals, home builders, investments, property managers, REOs like SunTrust and things like that that are selling foreclosed homes. So we capture the people that are driving by homes. So instead of getting 5 or 6 people to go into a property, we get about 15. The home flies off the shelf. So when my clients sell more homes, they save on interest. There's so many things that they save on. But the biggest thing is when I get an independent person into a vacant property without a realtor, they save 3% on a home. That's a lot of money. So what we propose for a new revenue model for specifically real estate is that it's $50 a month per lock, and it's $150 when we sell the house. So the way Colicky works is it's $100 per month per lock, and we have about 150 locks out in several different states. And you know, they pay for it. But when you go to an application that's this powerful, it's just going to liquidate off the market. The homes are going to sell so much faster, so we have the incentive fee. So it gives the clients a lower price point, so we can go into multiple industries. Where like a realtor, my mom can't afford $100 a month, but she can afford $50 a month. She gets paid when the house sells. So like property management, they operate on pretty thin margins. So they wouldn't be able to have the cash flow for $100 per month, but they can afford $50 per month. And they can get it when there's a lease or a deposit on the home. So basically our application can fit perfectly into real estate, all those horizontals and verticals. And it can also service the vacation rentals, other things like that. So Airbnb has a direct need for something that's like a verification on demand solution. So for Airbnb, like it would be a licensing model or a hybrid model and things like that. So what we do is the verification API, the call is 30 cents. So every time you go through our process, it costs me 30 cents. So for Colicky, it's about $6 per call, and we let in 6 people a month, so that's 36 bucks. So I'm going to $1.80 compared to $36 a month per lot. So the margins are just absolutely that much thicker. And the sales channels are already in place. I've been doing it for years, and our ideal exits are if Trulia or Zillow, I just botched that, but if they want to diversify themselves, they want the whole vertical, they've got search, they want the physical layer. Zillow can dominate Trulia or vice versa, or a national home builder, if they want to be, there's only 4, or there's 5, but if they want to diversify themselves against the other, that's it. And thanks for listening to me.
That code again, 3125. It's already there, so they can't pass that out or anything like that. Thank you.
Any questions we can answer for you?
Okay, so almost all locks have time-based algorithm in them. So I developed a lock when I moved to China and built all this crazy stuff. But it's just an aftermarket lock, and basically we take 2 things off, which is like open, close, and it's just synced with our software. So which is a time sequential algorithm with my mathematical value in the front. So people like BBRO, they actually sell a lock. It probably trips up on some of the patents I own, but I could just put my mathematical equation in there, and I become their verification on demand solution. So I could instantly just implement that.
Then you do not require communication from the lock. The only communication is the access code to the home.
Yes.
Just syncs us to know which one is which. No internet anymore.
But it might be a growth opportunity service, a continuous monitoring. Airbnb doesn't want you to just let them in once.
Yeah.
And it can be extended to fixed time brackets.
So my home building clients use it mostly because they want an audit trail for their contractors. So they let in consumers and their contractors. So they can manage all this remotely. So instead of building a subdivision and then building a spec home, they can put these out to remotely allow access. So.
It's a great idea. I love it. My question is, so how much of this presentation of what you guys did, it seems like this patent, like you guys already have patent on that, I don't know all of that. So how much of that was worked over the 48 hours of the...
It was all pretty much built from scratch. So Colicky works on a verification solution, which is just me querying public records, blah, blah, blah. But what we did was we took a verification API, put it together, mirrored it with like your first name, your street address, which is completely different from what my company does. The only thing I brought was a lock, which you can buy at Home Depot, and the algorithm. So, and you can Google that. And then so we built it all in shop, and I came here looking for people to do whatever, and this is what we chose.
So you just buy like a lock off the shelf, and then you modify it how? So how much will that cost to actually have that lock product? And now I'm an Airbnb host, so I go buy your specialty made lock, or I go buy the modification for the lock. How do I actually use your service?
Okay, so right now it's just like we're just kind of pitching, but so we would sell the product more to companies that would then manage your properties. I wouldn't actually sell the product directly to consumers. Does that make sense? So like a property management.
So the Airbnb thing, I don't see that. I don't understand that play. Because Airbnb doesn't want to manage anyone's house.
But that's why they're being sued, because they don't want to manage it. But
so
they
would
need to.
eventually sell these locks to people who want to be.
So Airbnb doesn't have a way to verify the person that you're letting in a home is actually the person you're letting in the home.
Phone verification.
So,
Anybody can do that.
so if they, in the access layer world, there's the access layer, which would be the lock that they could install property management. Okay.
Thank you, that's all the time we have.
Sorry.
And for reference, we're now limiting questions only from the judge panel. Thank you.